Hey, welcome to another edition of Ego on Break. I'm your host, Jay Andrews, joined with the Mississippi Madman, Logan Creed. And right before I hit the record button, he's like, what are we going to talk about? I said, we'll ramble. And he said, oh, yeah, that'll go so great. So welcome to another ramble session. And we're going to title this one, Why the RKO is Not Better Than the Shooting Star Press to the Floor. So, which one are you keen to do, the RKO or the shooting star press to the floor?
Last time I took my fat ass at the top rope, I blew my ACL, MCL, and my meniscus, so I'm going to stick with the RKO.
So rule number one, why the RKO is better, you don't break your legs.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't think anybody's ever got hurt giving or taking the RKO.
So what you trying to say, the RKO doesn't hurt?
I said that earlier.
Oh, you did say that, yeah. So,
yeah.
All right, you watched anything lately?
I was going to watch Raw last night, but the power was out. Last thing I watched was the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a clip.
I liked the Jinder Mahal Randy Orton match that everybody crapped on because they actually wrestled.
Were they in dives?
God forbid. No, they worked an arm, believe it or not.
Interesting. Have you saw that, speaking of like just working and keep it simple, the praise that Vordell Walker's getting from Harry Smith or Davey Boy Smith Jr.?
I read a clip on that. I didn't know who said it about him, but I know they said it.
Yeah, put him over huge, and which is, if you've seen Vordell, work,
yeah,
you know that's not an understatement to say this guy's got it. But yeah, I thought that was really cool, and I even read an article. I think Mike Meaningham, if I'm saying that right, Mike somebody, Meaningham maybe, wrote a big article on the match. So I thought that was very cool.
Who'd he work? Or was he working?
It's Vordell versus Davey Boy Jr.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I missed that
and
part.
I just said it was a clinic, man. So it was just like, the guy was like, this is why, I'm a fan of wrestling. It ended with a power driver. Not a flipping power driver, not a power driver on the top rope, not a power driver through a table, just a power driver.
Imagine getting dropped on your head and being over 200 pounds and it hurts you.
Well, some people just have harder heads than others, I guess.
Well, evidently, a neck made out of concrete.
So I thought that was very cool.
You used to give it to a comedian back in the day, and they'd lay in the ring in the hospital. Would have to take them away.
Well, that was before wrestlers became the size of the comedian, so go figure.
That's true, too.
All right, we had an event Saturday, Pro Wrestling Ego Memorial Mayhem. You were not there.
No, I wasn't. I had to work. Sorry about that.
I'll give you a rundown of the card.
Go right ahead.
All right, show opened with Fear of the Fro himself, Nathan Estrada, all the way from Oklahoma. And he took on Fun Size, Marco Stunt.
Fun Size?
Yeah, that's what his Twitter handle is, Fun Size. So, Marco hit a 450 splash off the top. That's pretty nice. Yep. If you want to see still photos of that, check out Mark Out Photography on Facebook or Pro Wrestling Ego on Instagram. We shared still shots of that nice finishing move that Randy Orton does not approve of, or Rip Rogers for that matter.
I think they approve of it as long as you sell it.
Yeah. But it was good. The match was really good. I saw bits and pieces of it. I was having to deal with ring announcing / running the camera, and I forgot to bring the camera out, so I had to go get the camera. So I did not see all of their match, but what I did see was very good. Then we got Yuri Knockoff. He took on Oblivion.
Was it Russian rules?
It was not Russian rules.
It was
not. It was held under American rules. And Yuri lost. Had it happened under Russian rules, maybe he would have won.
That's right. The count of 20 makes a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. The Boot Boys defeated the Experience. Afterwards, the Experience ran down the Boot Boys and Pro Wrestling Ego and said that the only reason they were beat was because Pro Wrestling Ego was afraid to book all three members of the Experience at one time, leaving off Lucas Frost. So I guess the 3-on-2 or 3-on-3 rule of having somebody in your corner didn't help. So there was that. It was a good match. We saw some, I guess the first time we saw Boot Boy Bubbler and Boot Boy Shaky team up. So that was pretty interesting. And
kind of like the Twin Towers. Huh?
Yeah, you got to see some intensity from both guys. At one time, Boot Boy Bubbler said, "You're not going to talk about my mama that way," and he got pretty ill. So, you know, hey, I don't know if Mr. Warbucks or Mr. Wolf had said something about his mama earlier in the match or whatever, but it seemed to be the button that did not need to be pushed. So we had that. Then we were treated to some women's matches, which are a women's match, which we don't get very often in Ego. We got to see Skylar Slice from Oklahoma. She took on New Orleans' own Amia Jade. And
excuse me.
What some were calling probably the I don't know what word they were using, but let's just say it was a one of a kind match. A lot of the people seemed to like it. Not sure if they liked it because it was not, you know, big fat guys in the ring. Instead, it was, you know, women in the ring. But we got that. Mia Jade beat Skylar with a spear. I don't know, shades of Goldberg, I guess you could say.
Possible.
And that led to Mike Carter defeating Riot. And Riot came out without his mask.
Really?
So one had to wonder, what's up? You know, Riot has kind of been struggling with that personality, bipolar, schizophrenic.
He just got to learn how to talk to which voice at the same time.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But
I'm telling you from experience.
You know, it just seems like with that mask, he's a lot dirtier than he is without it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's the reason he lost. You know. And then we got Eric Wayne versus Ray Fury in what was the match of the night. Eric Wayne made a unique entrance on the back of a truck as he was rode around the baseball field that we were on. And Ray Fury came out with the crowd strongly behind him. You heard yeet yeet a lot.
I don't get that.
So, so it was really good. They had at one point there was a Eric Wayne, he got frustrated, pulled out a taser. Yeah, attempted to tase Ray Fury. They fought over the taser. Referee ended up trying to take the taser away, got knocked out. And Mr. Fury used the taser on Mr. Eric Wayne's below the belt region. Nether region. And followed that up with an RKO and a froggy elbow.
If I got tased in the balls, I ain't gonna take an RKO or a damn froggy elbow. I'm just gonna lay there and shiver for about an hour or two.
Well, that may just
well, Mr. Eric Wayne must not have much to taser.
So he either got a lot or the really strong ones, one or the other, or none, or a lot of strong ones or something. I don't know.
What was the one from he had the balls of steel? Remember?
Human tornado.
That's it.
What is
what taser testicles?
Well, he may have balls of rubber, and they may not be shockable.
Shockproof, like Roddy Piper.
So, you know, hey, there's that.
What the hell?
But overall, I thought the event was really good. The crowd seemed to be into it. It was hot.
It's always hot in Mississippi.
Not as hot as it was last year when we did this event, but it was good. You know, I thought it was interesting. We had a couple new people. We had Nathan Estrada, Skylar Slice, and Mia Jade. They had never been at a Pro Wrestling event, so that was really cool to have them. And we got to see Eric Wayne ride the back of a truck, make his entrance. He said he wanted the WrestleMania entrance. So he got drove to the ring.
What crappy version of WrestleMania did he watch?
I think the Honky Tonk Man version, you know.
Well, he was in a Cadillac with DDP.
Well, he was in a heavy Chevy. I mean, with with what may or may not have been a boot boy.
And Gregory Hammer Valentine.
Yeah. So and Sensational Sherry. She was
right.
Peggy Sue.
Yeah, that's right.
So
what the hell?
we was glad to give Eric Wayne his WrestleMania moment.
Yeah.
But overall, it was really good.
Mississippi Mania.
Yeah. So I was really impressed by Fear the Fro. He had hair for days. A lot of people saying that he was a knockoff Carlito, and he informed us that he had it first. So whether or not that's true or not, You had to take that up with Mr. Estrada. So that was Memorial Mayhem in Canton, Mississippi. So, you know,
Okay.
we are looking forward to John Davis returning.
Okay, that's
June 24th
Yeah,
at the Hideaway.
Hideaway.
Takes on Mr. Joey Abel in a rematch, so to speak. A
Battle-
rematch first time singles contest.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that a lot. The Experience Layer Challenge to the Boot Boys. So we want those titles fair and square, no cheating, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. So we'll get that on June 24th.
Wait, is it 6 man?
I don't know.
You ain't no
It can't
damn
be.
help.
Can't be. It's only 2-on-2 tag titles. Tag team is 2, not 3.
But y'all did 6 man tag title shot at Pearl.
Only
titles.
because it was under a trios challenge.
Why
Yeah.
couldn't it be a trios challenge again?
They didn't state it that way.
Nah, my
Yeah.
bad. The hell do I know?
Not enough, I guess.
I guess not.
So let's make this interesting.
I'll try.
Have you ever seen tasers? What all matches can you remember where taser was involved?
Goldberg and Scott Hall finish.
Okay, that was
The
the
finish. Then
the
they
first
did
time Goldberg lost, right?
Yeah, and then they did a ladder match where the taser was at the top of the ladder.
Okay.
And it was terrible because Goldberg don't know how to work a ladder match and Scott
Well,
Hall
it's-
don't know how to work one without Shawn Michaels.
And it's Goldberg.
Yeah.
So
He wrote in his own book, "I do not know how to wrestle."
I think somebody else wrote that for him.
Well, whatever. He read it and he said, "Hey, sell this."
Speaking of those two,
That's what he said.
Asaka, what's her name? Asaka.
The one on NXT,
Yeah.
yeah, that broke his fake record and his real record.
And Scott Hall tagged, yeah, but you're way more talented than Goldberg. So that was pretty funny.
That's
Things you
awesome.
see on Twitter, you know.
Yeah. I don't read it that often, but
Yeah, I just thought that was funny that he commented like Scott Hall's a savage, you know. So I'll tell you another time, and maybe you don't even think about it, but the Mountie, he always used
Yeah.
the taser.
back in the day when
Yep.
he was holding the IC belt.
Had the shock stick or whatever.
But Piper took it from him because he wore the shockproof shirt on that said shockproof. I'll never forget that. That was one of my favorite angles.
Oh, that's too funny. I was always a big fan of the Mountie.
Mm.
I know that's hard to believe, but
No.
But yeah, the Mountie, I always liked the stick. Like I always liked the taser. I enjoyed the stuff he did with Boss Man, the going to jail match or whatever. So that was always really cool. Yeah, I think some of the stuff you remember more is not matches, but just stuff that happens to get to the matches.
I couldn't tell you the finish of the Roddy Piper match. I remember he took the taser, acted like he took it, and then was the Mountie celebrating around with the taser in his hand or whatever. He turns around, he's like, "Shh, shockproof."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Mountie just didn't have his batteries charged up or
I'm
something.
pretty sure the damn shirt just said shockproof.
What do you think? Do you think that was actual taser stick? Like,
I mean, it was real, but I don't know how they did it to gimmick it. You know what I mean? Who knows?
I always thought it was like a.
It's the secrets of wrestling.
You ever see the little the hand shaker thing that you can put on your finger and shake? I always thought that's what it
Got little
was.
buzzers on it.
It just vibrates is all it does. It's more of a scare you than it does shock you. You know.
Ain't no telling.
Yeah. So
That was a good weapon, though.
yeah, that's probably my favorite weapon in wrestling is the shot stick.
That and arrogance.
Yeah,
The perfume.
spray in your eyes. Yeah. That was pretty
I
good.
always liked that he sprayed it in everybody's eyes, but the only person's eyes it really screwed up was Jake
Jake
Snake.
Roberts.
He looked like he was cross-eyed and backwards.
He might have had some help.
And then they did the blind man match. Remember where they both?
Yeah, the blindfold.
What I liked
That
about
match
that
was
match
actually not as bad as people.
was because the crowd had you had to have a crowd. It was a one-move match.
Yep.
And I like
was-
that.
It was hunt,
Yeah.
hit.
Pow. You
Yep.
know. Back before the DDT got DDT proofed.
Yeah. So, what's other foreign objects that maybe you don't think of? Like everybody thinks of chairs and ladders, and yeah, that's maybe from back in the day. I miss bull ropes.
I did bull run match before that. That was
Or, let me rephrase
fun
it.
yet brutal.
How about bull whip or the whip?
Oh, what the?
You know, like
You ain't calling a bull whip?
was it
Yeah.
Ron Bass used to bring the bull whip to the ring with him.
Yeah, but
Um,
well, like Cactus talked about, he carried a bull whip to the ring. And he's like, I don't know why I carried it to the ring. I know how the hell to use it.
if you can't make it pop, it kind of
Yeah,
defeats
he's
the
like,
purpose.
I got it to the ring. He's like, here it is. Thanks.
What's the most creative foreign object you've seen? Tell the Tojo story that you told me earlier.
Oh, where he would carry a toothpick in his tights, get the arm and the arm bar away from the referee where he couldn't see it, shave the fans the toothpick, and then drive it under their fingernails. So yeah, that sucks for real. You ever
Yeah.
get some under your fingernail? They said the crowd would go ape crazy.
Are you volunteering for that?
No, hell
I'm
no.
gonna take
You
that.
got your damn mind.
Coming to a death match arena near you.
Not me. Thank you.
I think that's a really cool way of just taking something so simple and getting over, so crazy with it.
I know
So,
somebody that used a foreign weapon and didn't have anything.
Yeah, you can't tell that secret.
But that's fine, though. Or you act like you have something, but you never had anything.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Like I think the foreign object is it's taken for granted too much. Like you just, I'll just bring out this big thing I found, this kendo stick, this
Something
sledgehammer.
stupid like that don't make
You know what I
any
mean?
sense.
Like I think the art of cheating with a weapon is lost sometimes. Like gone are the days of Abby with his fork and Sheik with his pencil and like
Nobody
even
wants to do blood anymore.
yeah, well even like Freddie Blassie, like he said, he was the vampire in California, so he went as far as having his teeth built up and shaved down so he could bite people with his teeth. Which don't get me wrong, that's filthy now, but it was a creative way to cheat.
Filthy then too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
So just like the toothpick, who would have thought, hey, what's your foreign object? I'm gonna take this toothpick to the ring. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of crazy. So
I'll tell you one, and you took it one time, the fireball. Tell that story.
scary, so scary. We were in Greenwood. Yeah, Greenwood, Mississippi, and we had set up we had Max Payne.
Yep, he's passed away.
He's
now.
passed away. Rest in peace, Max Payne. He was doing commentary. It was going to be a tag match, and we were going to have. I was like in a hood, whatever, just going to come out. He was going to attack me and get into the match. And he was like, "Hey man, you cool with the fireball?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I thought he was talking about like for the finish order. I'm like, "Hey brother, whatever you want to do, whatever y'all come up with." He was not talking about the fireball for the finish. He was talking about the fireball to take me out. So I make my way to the ring. Boom, he comes up behind me, like hits me in the back. I sail over. He like throws me against a wall or something. I don't know. As I'm coming to my feet, all I see is a flash of fire in my face. Luckily, there was no accident that day.
Yeah, no kidding.
And if it had been, I won't tell nobody. But that was probably the scariest thing that I didn't know that was coming until it got there. And I was very thankful that I had the mask on. So I don't know if it would have burnt me, but I assumed it would have because it's fire and because it stayed on my face for long enough for me to realize it was there. So I'm pretty sure this beautiful face would not have been beautiful.
You wouldn't be growing no goatee.
So that's my foreign object fireball Max Payne story.
Yeah. The worst ones I took was barbed wire related.
Barbed wire, like a barbed wire
When you
beach
made
ball.
the beach ball and it got used as a whip on my back.
Yeah, you create these weapons and you just assume how they would be used.
Well, I didn't know I was gonna be facing a damn net.
You don't predict how bad you see, it's barbed wire. I could whip him with it, but why? Why not just I'll give him like a bulldog on it or something, you know.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, no. Beach ball covered in barbed wire was not the smart
that's
idea.
That's literally the most pain. You know something? I found pictures of that match the other day.
Oh, did you?
I got to bring them pictures and somehow put them on. I don't know if they'll allow me to put them on Facebook.
We can
They're
put them
so
on
damn
here.
bloody.
We can put them on here.
I'll bring them. I got a bunch of pictures I found the other day. I was just going through old stuff.
Well,
and
yeah,
found
you bring them and we'll talk about hardcore wrestling
Oh,
next time.
brother, it was. Yeah.
So,
I hope I can show them good on here. But,
yeah, I mean,
it's,
if they can
it's
see you.
messed up, brother.
So,
I forgot
yeah.
I had them pictures, honestly.
That's pretty cool. So, there's been enough rambling. Got any Life and Headlights coming out?
I just had to work on some because I had lost them to another memory card, but hopefully I got them fixed. And try to get up Jake Parnell and
That'd be good.
the Vega.
Warhorse.
And then I got the two others with the tag team and the other guy. I can't.
Where was
Anyway.
that at?
Where we was at up in Bruce Lee, Mississippi.
Oh, yeah. You got Lethal Injection
Yeah, I got him.
and Gilquist.
Gilquist, I already got it.
You put that up?
I
So
got
it's,
it up already.
Hype.
It was good. I
Chris
enjoyed
the
it.
Hype Henry.
Yeah, Chris the Hype and the
Lethal
Mercury
Injection.
Brothers.
Yeah, the Mercury Brothers.
Yeah.
Awesome. So check that out. And June 2nd, we'll be in Vosburg with the Heart of David and Ignite Sports. It's a kind of a private thing, but we're going to throw that out there anyway. Giving back to kids.
Well, just say if you have any kind of charity event you'd like wrestling related to, call.
Yeah, what he said.
Pro Wrestling
601-813-6767. And
some people act like they're the only wrestling companies that do that, but no, we do it.
oh
too.
yeah, we always like to give back.
And we're also the biggest and best, and so they claim to be that too. So we're the biggest and best.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
excellent.
Yeah, promises to be an excellent matchup.
Guaranteed.
So June 24th, Hideaway. The poster's already out for that. Check it out. It's Fight Night 3. And hey, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment,
Favorite.
and yeah, all that good stuff.
Share,
Later.
share.
Later.